Hello everyone, welcome to the follow-up video to my Arch Linux installation guide. Now if you haven't already installed Arch Linux, I strongly suggest you to go through this video first, and if this isn't your first time installing Arch Linux, just a quick tip here, in my description section here, I actually have all of the commands already listed down, so you can just come and copy and paste the commands to install Arch Linux. So in today's video, we'll be installing a desktop environment called GNOME. Now GNOME is probably one of the most controversial desktop environments there is out there, if not the most controversial, because it is the nature of GNOME to have a very locked down environment, and for users to be able to tweak a lot of the settings that are hidden in the GNOME desktop environment, you'll have to install some programs and additional extensions to help you configure GNOME to your likings thoroughly. However, if you can search for a desktop environment that has a lot of sensible default settings out of the box, and you don't have to need to configure a lot of things to be able to start working in your environment, GNOME is going to be your cup of tea. Okay, so let's start installing GNOME by logging into our Arch system that we've installed in the previous video. And the first thing that we're going to want to do is update our system by typing sudo pacman --SYU and hit enter, type in your password, and it's going to start the system update. And it seems like my system is fully up to date, so I can just install the GNOME package with sudo pacman -s GNOME. Now, I strongly suggest you to install the second package as well, gnome-extra. Now, this will install a lot of the extra packages that can be useful while you're using GNOME, and hit enter. Now this is all of the packages that are contained within the GNOME group. Now if you want a fully featured desktop environment and you don't want to go to the extreme details, then you can just hit enter to install all. But if you want a more refined system and you don't want bloat, you want a very streamlined system with the minimal packages installed, you can just select like manually 1, 2, 3. Let's say I'm gonna skip number 4. I don't want the Epiphany browser. I just hit 5 and so on and so forth. But I'm not going to do that here. I'm just going to install all, and these are the packages in the gnome-extra group, and I'm just going to install all of that as well. And we have 2 repositories available for libjack, and then we have 2 providers, first GTK and next KDE. GNOME mainly uses GTK, so I'm okay with the default as well, number 1. And now we have a lot of fonts that we can choose from. I'm okay with the default GNU free fonts. And then hit enter to begin your installation. Now this might take a while, so I'm just going to cut to the part where I finished the installation. Okay, it seems like it's done with the installation. Now we have GNOME installed, but we still need to activate the GDM service, which is the GNOME Display Manager service, to help you log into GNOME. So sudo systemctl enable GDM, and then type in password, and then do sudo reboot now to see that if you can actually get GNOME to start. And I already have a mouse cursor going on here, so that's a very good sign. And there we have it. We have GDM right here, which will help us log into GNOME. I'm just gonna set GNOME on Xorg here as my session, because generally GNOME on Xorg works better in a virtual machine. I'm gonna type in my password to log in. And there we go, we now have the vanilla GNOME desktop environment without any tweaks running on our system. Now there is one issue that I'm going to point out right now, is that when you try to open up terminal like that, all you're going to get is this spinny cursor thingy, and it's just going to stay like that forever until it eventually gives up and stops. So one way to fix that is to go to your settings and then navigate to the part where it says region and languages. Now you see the language, it says unspecified blah blah blah, so we're just going to change that to English. We set select, and we have to restart for it to make the changes, so I'm just going to do that and be right back. I am now back in GNOME, and I'm going to launch the terminal again to see what I get. And sure enough, this time we get the terminal itself, and we can do something like install htop, which is a CLI task manager sort of thing, and we're going to type htop, and we can see all of our running processes here. Now GNOME isn't exactly the most lightweight desktop environment there is out there. Now if you have a relatively modern computer, you should be able to run GNOME just fine. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching.